Okay. So we begin with background, name and background, and just your whatever you think is important. Family. Um,
Well, my name's Courtney Woodcock. I grew up in Orange, Mass, and had a brother that just got out of the service, had gone through World War II experiences, and I enlisted to go to Korea, but everyone was enlisting at that time. I enlisted in the Air Force and was stationed in Lackland Air Force Base in Texas. And it was so overcrowded because so many people had come. It took me a week to get my uniforms in. And then we moved over to Shepherd Air Force Base because there's so many people. My basic training was cut in half because we had so many people. And then I was in food service for a month or more, carrying a gun, but basically working in the cafeteria. I was then shipped to Puerto Rico, and in Puerto Rico, I was one that worked in a gymnasium, handing out equipment, taking care of softball fields, refereeing games and so forth. I was in special services. Had a great experience. And at that time I hurt my leg, and I had a knee operation on my leg and came home for a convalescent leave for 30 days, and then went back and had an interesting experience. I used to get called out of bed sometimes. We'd have to go out on the runway and load some planes, take materials off from planes. But I never saw any combat, but I was busy all the time. Met a lot of nice guys, had a great time, but was never able to get into any trade or anything because I kept pretty busy being a lifeguard at a swimming pool. And I ended up in Westover Air Force Base, close to home, where I again was put on light duty because my knee was bothering me. But as it turned out, I was in the service for 3.5 years. The Korean War ended, and I was discharged 3 months early. But it was a great experience, and got to see Louisiana, got to see Texas, got to see Puerto Rico, had good friendship with many people, and learned to take instructions and be on time for your duty in the service. And had many good memories of it today, and can talk with these people about our experiences. And although I didn't go to combat or anything, I did a lot of other things, I guess, to help out in the war, and I was glad when it was over.
do you think your life was pretty different because you were in the service, or would you say it was, just another chapter, work chapter?
Well, I would say it changed my life. It gave me a different way of thinking. I got out of the service and realized that a college education would do me some good, which I took advantage of the GI Bill and went to become a teacher. I got out of teaching and continued my education even further, but it taught me a lot of good things about life, and made
Like
me,
what? Like what would you say? Can you think of specific things that?
well, you gotta accept experiences. You've got to be a positive, get along with people, and do things for advancement for your own self. And I think they taught that as obviously to be on time and but my experience as far as learning skills, I wasn't in a place to learn skills or anything.
Um, let's see. I guess yeah. So could you just say something about building bridges for you that? Um,
Oh, definitely. The experiences for 3.5 years uh, gave you a lot of experiences that you used in further life, and I'm still doing that. I believe I try to be nice to people, try to help people when I can. I've had a family, which has been very good, and I think a lot of those things came about because of my experiences with living with people in the service and getting along with things.
and so, what do these guys mean to you?
Hey, this is a morning experience. We certainly solve a lot of problems here.
How about your favorite building bridges meal?
Well, I kind of went for, I guess you call it American chop suey. I like that very well.
All right, 2-1. Great, thanks, Courtney. That's